What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to episode 4 of the Gold Bootcamp series. I do apologize for last video where it cut off. I don't know why the volume or the audio just shifted for some reason and it just stopped working. But regardless, in this video, I'm going to be going over a backtesting session because that's what lagged out last time. So I'm just going to be simulating days and then just going over what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, and obviously showing you guys how my thought process throughout. So obviously I'm gonna just go to a random date, and then I'll just make sure it's Asian time. All right. XAU USD. If you guys are on FX Replay and have the free one, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, you just load in your chart, obviously, and then that's it. All right. So, basically, if you guys didn't see my recap yesterday, I would recommend go watching that. But it was literally my continuation strategy, as always, the mish model, as I'm gonna now call it, right? So pretty much what the mish model is, obviously, again, right? Fair value gap, tap into a fair value gap, 15 minutes time frame or higher. Look for the highest inverse fair value gap. Look for this retrace to have equilibrium or some sort of level, right? We take out equilibrium there. So then your entry would be something like this, right? Stop here, break even here, and then your TP higher, whatever, right? So that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna go over and sim some data just for you guys so you guys can see what it actually looks like. So here, right? I obviously start off on the higher time frames. What are we looking at? We are looking very, very bullish. Why are we looking bullish, you may ask? Well, we're literally just moving up. As you guys can see, I'm pretty sure we have all-time highs resting above us. We also have this move down, which is pretty much just a retrace, and then we have this move down here, which is pretty much a retrace, and then we're looking to continue higher, right? So if I'm not mistaken, that is all-time highs. Yes, it is. All right. So what are we looking for? Again, a retrace back into a 15-minute time frame, fair value gap, or higher, I guess. Yeah. My bad, guys. I cannot talk today. But this is pretty much a fair value gap that we retrace back into, and this retrace happened at around 5:30, right? So this would have been an ideal setup, but regardless, let's just say we're not on the charts at that time. We got to find another 15-minute fair value gap to look for, and I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it, right? So, even if you were to take the setup, I probably wouldn't, because I'd assume that the RR would be pretty bad. Actually, no, it'd be decent, but no, yeah, this would be a decent setup here to here, right? Break even to here, but I mean, you might get break evened out, but still, again, just a good setup here. Again, what do we see? A retrace, and then continuation higher. I'm not saying I'm going to take this trade, but I just want to see if another trade plays out. All right. Do we see anything else? All right. Do we see a retrace back into a 15-minute time frame for value gap or higher? No. Hourly? No. We have an hourly below us, though, which is really, really good news for us because this is a very strong point of interest. So if we see a retrace back into here, I'm going to be looking targeting all-time highs, right? So far, no. Boom. There we go. All right. Retrace back into this 15-minute gap. What are we looking for, right? So we have our leg up. This is our leg up. We have our leg up. We have a retrace. Now what we need to do is find the highest time frame inversion. In this case, it'll probably be this 3-minute, right? So, let's say it is this 3-minute. We can mark it out. See how much lower it's going to continue. Okay. Now we want to be seeing a V-shaped reaction off of this. All right, and then let me just sim 3. Boom, beautiful. You take this. You can put your stop loss at this wick low or at this low here. It doesn't really matter. And then targeting all-time highs. Pretty much a 1-to-1. Let's just see how this plays out. I'm just gonna buy 10, not even thinking about risk settings, just so I can track it, right? Move your stop loss down. I'm gonna just put it here, and then move your TP up here. All right. So let's just see how this plays out. All right, we're moving up. I'm gonna just speed this up, see what happens. Boom. All right, easy, right? Not very difficult. Beautiful setup, A+ setup. So let's go over that trade, see what we did, right? Again, Retracement back into a 1 hour fair value gap. Obviously, we saw that. We're trading in between 8 p.m. Eastern and like 9 p.m. Eastern, right? Perfect. What else do we see? We see the highest time frame inversion, which is here. Beautiful. What else could you even like theoretically say? You could say that we probably had, once we entered, we probably retraced back to EQ, which we literally did. What else do we have? You could probably say that we could have hit the 78% level, right? We did here. Okay, boom, we're seeing this. So, very, very good trade. Now, this is right. We made $13,000 or whatever. So we're one and zero. Just gonna be going over a couple days, tracking it, and showing you guys, obviously, how it looks like, right? So we'll just go to the next Asian session. All right. Again, what do we have? Start on the higher time frames. Again, we're still looking bullish. Yet to take out, we made new all-time highs, right? But there's no reason for us to be bearish, right? Meaning that we want to be moving up, and that's what we're looking to see, right? So we have this retracement here into this 1 hour gap. Not a bad retracement, but again, let's just say we weren't on the charts, which is fine, right? We'll go to the lower time frames. We want to see a retracement into a 15-minute or low or higher fair value gap that's unfilled. That's very important, right? So here, even though we have this retrace, right, it still hasn't executed yet. Now, will this retrace execute? Maybe, but how can we, even let's say right to this date, there are no unfilled fair value gaps, right? Every fair value gap was filled. 1 hour, 30-minute, 15-minute was all filled. So what can we do? We can look for a retracement based off of the swing highs and swing lows, right? So if we want to like mark out our GAN box here, and then right we take out equilibrium, right? But are we entering a trade off of equilibrium? No. Okay, that's important. Do we have a 5-minute fair value gap that we're tapping into? Yes. Okay, we're still respecting this 5-minute here. Okay, right now, if we're gonna be respecting this 5-minute, what do we want to see? Again, highest time frame inverse. Boom. So if this inverses, I'll enter. If not, I'm just gonna hold my trade. Nope. All right, gets denied. Right. This gets inversed, and then that gets respected. Right. So what are we looking for here? Again, tap back into this 1 hour, but I don't trade like this because we've already mitigated into this gap, meaning we've already tapped back into it, and there's no real reason for a price to take out the retrace leg again. But I mean, you could literally just mark it out as a retracement of the leg, but I'm not going to be trading this. I mean, you guys could theoretically, but it doesn't follow my strategy because even though we're retracing back into a 15-minute that we are respecting, we've already mitigated into that time frame. So I bet I can put money that price is going to go up here, but I don't know what time to enter. And if you don't know when to enter, then that's not going to help you, obviously, right? You need to have pinpoint entries in order to maximize the amount of money that you're going to make, right? So it's probably going to continue higher, yep, literally. But I mean, that's pretty much it, right? So you could have taken something like this, right, after this second retracement, but I didn't personally like this because we had already tapped into that fair value gap, right? So this would have been another easy trade, but it just doesn't follow my strategy, and that's what I want to go over, right? Because sometimes it's going to be a good setup, but it's not going to be a setup that follows your strategy. Now, could this play out? Yes, but will it play out? A lot of the times, I personally don't know because I don't backtest. I don't go over these types of things. The only reason I'm going over it now is just so you guys could see it, right? So I'll do one more day. Asian session, all right. Again, so far we're theoretically like 1-0 still because we didn't take that trade, right? But what do we see? Again, beautiful. We see we're at all-time high. Actually, we're not. We left relative highs at all-time highs, which is a beautiful sign that we are bullish. What are we looking for? We are looking for a retracement back into, again, 15-minute fair value gap or higher, and then we're looking for the highest time frame inversion, right? So we have this initial retrace of the 30-minute, boom. But do we have an hourly? We do, all right? So what are we going to be waiting for? Hourly retrace, all right? if we see an hourly retrace, what else are we probably going to see? We're probably going to see a 78% extension fib from here to here, right? Well, all right, now we got to simulate it, see if we're even going to retrace that high down. Nope. All right. Do we take out EQ of this? Yes, we do, but that's not enough for me to enter a trade, right? This is where you have to be patient. You can't be risking setups, right? Boom. Perfect. What do? Tap into the 1 hour gap. We're respecting it, so we tap into this other 1 hour gap. What do we also do? We tap into this 4 hour gap. Beautiful. What do we also do? We take out the 78% extension fib level from here to here, right? We take it out, and all we want to see is, again, highest time frame inverse. So boom, it's gonna be this 15-minute here. Okay. Wow, crazy retrace. All right, crazy retrace, but we're still looking longs because we still have relative equal highs, and there was no real reason for us to be shorting against the trend. Right? Did we make a 30-minute gap even? Yeah, we did. All right, so this is gonna be our highest time frame inversion. Now this is a pretty big time frame, and it's probably gonna take longer than the time that we trade. It's already what, 9 p.m. Central, so it wouldn't be on the charts, but it was. I just want to show you guys that it'll probably play out. All right, boom, not no. Okay, you take this. Now, is the RR pretty bad? Yes, but right. Another thing that I wanted to go over is if you're gonna be trading at all-time highs, which is pretty common, especially with gold. What you want to be doing is, I like to just literally remove my TP, right? Have my break even here, just to minimize the risk. But my TP is literally gonna be sometimes like just floating in profit, and then just trail my stop loss, right? So let's just say we buy 10 here, move your stop loss to this body low, right, and then move your TP like crazy high, so it literally doesn't get hit. All right. What do we see? 5 minutes. No, we still haven't taken out that high. Do we take out that high? No, nope. Right? We're still not break even because we haven't taken out that high, and we get stopped out. All right. Now, why do we get stopped out? Probably because we're trading during London session. Now, that's a mistake on me. I should have been looking at that. But then again, this is a very strong draw on liquidity, and this is not a bad loss if you're trading at the right time, right? So I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like, that it was probably gonna hit, but I was wrong. The reason I was wrong, probably trading at the wrong time, but this is still an 8+ setup, right? Just because the time frames are higher doesn't mean that we're not respecting this bullish like order flow, right? This bullish trend. So again, what do we see? Move up. So this move up, then we see this move down, then we see the highest time frame inverse here. Okay, so what do? We buy, and as you guys can see, it plays out. It literally plays out. I'm assuming London session is probably gonna take that out and just filling orders. I might be wrong though. I don't trade London, but regardless, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna keep this video nice and short for you guys because that's all I wanted to do today, just backtest some data. So hopefully this helped you guys. Hopefully it taught you something about how to backtest or how to do things, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all later.